Almost forgot. There we go. All right. There you go. All right. So a little bit
Not
about
gonna
yourself.
lie, I was like, should he press record? But I was like, I don't know if you were just.
Remind me. Come on now.
I know, but I was like, okay, let me give him a second. Let me give him a second to see like what's happening.
Nah, I know you're good. You are good. So just for the people who are just joining us, I know I'm just not pressing recording. We're gonna be live on TikTok too, Sharquita. That's what I do as well. Um,
Hmm.
but for everybody that will be listening in or watching this on YouTube, the question I just asked her is, who is she? Why entrepreneurship? And what is it that she does? So let's do it.
My name is Sharquita Francois. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I work in a salon right now. And I started my business because I wanted to create generational wealth for my two daughters. I have two girls. I'm a single parent.
Mm.
Their fathers are successful, and I just wanted to have something to leave behind for my children. So when I'm gone, they'll still have something, and to be able to instill like get business minded. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to ingrain that in them at a young age, because it's like in 2023, if you don't have like a college, and our college degrees don't even really matter. No, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so hard for you to make it in life,
Come
like if
on.
you don't have something that's yours. And so I'm just so glad and I'm thankful to God that He gave me the idea
Mm.
with my business. He gave me the name. He told me, like what to put in it, like how to formulate everything. So it's just all God led. And the
Mm.
name of my hair care line is called Crown and Glory Naturals, because the scripture says, "But if a woman have long hair, is it her crown and glory?"
So I'm
So
assuming
that's
Christian.
hmm
Okay. All right. Me and G, we the same. We represent the same. So I love it. I love it. Again, you in good company. And like it's such a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? When I hear this, when I hear people with stories like this, when people say stuff like this off the bat, want to leave something for my children, you want to leave a legacy,
hmm
and then you going back into your faith, that being something that again Giselle and I always try to emphasize. Um, Hearing all of that coupled with what you're doing now, and the hair looks amazing. Like, come on now, you got the hair, because it's one thing you came on here and your hair wasn't, looking a little dry. No. But it's looking good. It's looking much like, come on. So you are a walking product.
And when we went on quarantine, I actually had a pixie cut. I went to work one day and I looked at my coworker and I was like, "You want to cut my hair?" She was like, "Because it was long like this." And then I just took the trimmers and I yanked at it like that. And I said, "Well, now you got to fix it." And she looks at me like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm over it. Like, I'm just." And
Wow.
so, I mean, number one guard in the back, like nothing. And it grew, it's up, my hair is like almost waist length now. So in 3 years
Let's go.
of growing it out.
Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. And let me ask you this: what you do, is it a passion? Are you happy, and are you waking up doing it happy every day?
Yes, I went to cosmetology school when I was 32 with two kids. I'm 38 now. So it's like every morning I wake up, I'm always like, I drive the furthest, I work an hour away from where I live, but I'm always the first one in the parking lot waiting for somebody with a key to let me in. Like, I'm always, even the owner, she noticed, like, yeah, she's always first. Like, I'm like, yeah, I love what I do.
I love it. I love it. That's what I love to hear. And with that, sometimes the success doesn't catch up with the happiness. Sometimes it can be the happiness first and then success slowly, or the money slowly
Hmm.
starts to catch up, in my case. But if you are waking up happy, I feel like you've already won. You've already won that game, because money doesn't buy happiness. So thank you for sharing that. Giselle, we head over to you as well before we dive into it. But Sharquita, a pleasure. A pleasure. Thank you.
It's an honor to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, G, she from Snapchat. So I've been telling Giselle to kind of come over there, because I'm like,
Hmm.
it's like there's like people over there, but at the same time, she understands how ghetto and how come on now,
I hadn't been on Snapchat for like a year, and then I got back on.
bro.
When did this happen?
I mean, we talking straight porn.
Yes, I got stuff in my inbox right now from weirdos.
Come
I
on,
usually just block people, but I was just like, this is too many to block at this,
too
like,
many to
like,
block. Yes,
yeah.
It's
The
like,
creepy people.
so G, I understand. I understand what you're saying, but we're gonna talk about it because we're talking about networking today.
Maybe if you just have like your family and people you network with, it'd be safe, a little safer, a little better, more
Yeah,
comfortable.
exactly. And you can make yourself not searchable. So that's another thing, you know. But G, tell us a little bit about you. I know about you, of course, but Sharquita doesn't. So if you can, tell us a little bit about, where you're from, what do you do, and why entrepreneurship?
Okay, so yeah, my name's Giselle and I'm from California, Southern California, been born and raised in LA. And I am a personal trainer, so that's my business, but I'm an independent contractor. So I have my
Mm-hmm.
own personal training business. I run it myself, I create my schedule. I have to chase clients. I have to find my clients because if
Mm-hmm.
not, then I am struggling. So I need to find
Mm-hmm.
my clients. Um, I have to do everything on my own, like I post fitness content as well. So then that's another thing I edit. I mean, it's just like all me kind of thing. I'm doing everything and I love it. I enjoy it. But the reason why I became a personal trainer, was to help people with their fitness goals, help people succeed with their health and fitness goals, but in a very sustainable way. Because I dealt with an eating disorder at 13 years old, anorexia. So from that, I realized I learned a lot, like it was a very tough mental battle. I'm glad I went through it though, because I'm here because I went through that. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I realized like, wow, a lot of people do fitness in a very unsustainable, unrealistic way. I need to help people avoid those things, like avoid the unsustainable methods that people do, the quick fixes, all that. Like I've been there, done that. Like I've done all those things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like um I have learned how to do it sustainably, so I'm trying to share that knowledge with others. So yeah, and then I did go to school for it as well. So I did go to get my bachelor's in kinesiology, so I did do that. Got my personal training certification, which I learned from that as well. Learned more of like the science of things and all
Mm-hmm.
that. So now I'm able to share my knowledge with people on social media and then also with my clients in
Mm-hmm.
I'm
person.
so glad you said that. When I tell you I'm doing weight management, I'm in my third month. I have a Beachbody on demand subscription and I ain't turned it on yet, and I had it since like January. I bought a
Mm-hmm.
stationary bike and it's just like in my living room. So when I walk in from work, I'm like, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Since January, I think I rode it twice. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm not motivated. I've been dieting like for so long since I was a teenager. And I
Mm-hmm.
used to have moments too where wouldn't eat, for like a day I won't eat at all.
Yeah.
Or I skip lunch, at school and stuff like that. But just always just feeling like, you know, self-esteem just at like a low.
Yeah.
So it's just real like I just need to feel motivated. I just don't, I just like, like
Mm-hmm. Hey,
I'm so glad that out of all people that I could have been on here with is you.
yeah, Giselle, I'm trying to tell you, she's the one. She'll get you there. She'll get you there.
Mm,
I can second that. I mean, I haven't personally had her training, in terms of payment, but in terms
mm-hmm,
of what she has just because she's in my fitness group, and so we
mm-hmm.
have these calls every week. Essentially, she's kind of like my personal trainer in a sense, actually.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I like also, I've had problems with my hip recently, and then I was constipated not too long ago. I also.
Oh, I
And,
would do that too. I went to the doctor for something else and they did an x-ray. He was like, when's the last time you went to the bathroom? And I'm like, I
ooh,
don't know, like 2 weeks. And he was like,
yeah.
what? I was like, yeah, like,
And it's
don't
this.
even.
Is it's,
Mm-hmm.
it's this. That's probably one of your main things. Like if you ain't drinking a lot, yeah. Giselle will get on you. She'll get on you.
Mm. And
Yeah.
I have water, yeah. I buy it.
She buys it.
Right. She stopped there. I ain't hear nothing else. I buy it.
That's it. I buy it, I put it in the washroom.
Yeah, nah, I can't do it. You just it's looking at you. Nah, don't do that.
Hmm.
I love it. I love it. Well,
I need to start drinking water. I started using like black seed oil. You ever? It has
mm,
so many health benefits. So I have the vitamin, like the pill version of it, and then I have like the liquid. You put that liquid in your belly button, I'm telling you, it will get you up, up, up. Like if you're a person like you just like, oh Lord, I don't want to get up. I'm hitting snooze. I put a little bit in my belly button this morning, and after I was like,
What? Wait, what does it do? What does it do in the belly button?
is I don't know. I guess it absorbs faster there. A lot of people like you'll hear old people say, yeah, like when I was a little girl, my mama used to make me take like castor seed oil too. You can put it in your belly button. You can take it and it help. But they say black seed oil is like the cure for everything except death. That's what they that's what they coin it as. So if you have anything, I've seen people say like their tumor shrunk when they took it, or men that have like a dysfunction in the area, in certain area, it really like when you wake up in the morning or at night when you're ready to go to bed, they say that it'll help you sleep better too, and it like you lose weight. It has so many benefits. Like if you Google it or even TikTok, that's how I found it. Like I saw a TikTok video and then I typed, keyed it in the search bar, and so much stuff came up about that oil.
The oil. Okay. No, I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it. Again, I think anything natural should be promoted. So that's dope. That's dope. I appreciate you for that. All right, let's dive on into it. We're gonna talk about it today. Networking. You know what I'm saying? As entrepreneurs, I feel like going out, being able to talk to different people, and being able to, in a sense, relate to certain people by talking to them, by connecting with them, albeit in person, social media. I think those things are huge. That's the only way we're gonna find customers if we can get out there and relate to them. So I wanted to talk about that today, in a sense. And my first question for both you, Sharquita, and Giselle, is what is networking in entrepreneurship? So what is that? What does that look like?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I could go first. Thank you. So what's networking and entrepreneurship? Well, usually it's like kind of like word of mouth, right? Like, you tell someone like something about like really something really relating to your business in any way, or like your goals, your passions, like what you want to do. And they might tell someone else about it, like, oh, hey, like I know this person, they want to do this, they want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, they're looking for a job or whatever. So it's kind of like word of mouth type of thing. I think that can also go with like referrals too. So like a client, telling someone like, hey, like I've had that happen to me. So like some of my clients, they have told other people about me and then they sign up to train because like my client told them. So it's like a referral. So I would consider that like networking.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dive a little deeper, but I love that. I love that. All right. Sharquita?
For me, it's the same because I'm a hairstylist. So everything in hair is like word of mouth. You are like walking wallpaper. So when you do someone's hair, you cut their hair, you style their hair. When they walk out of the salon, the advertising like, "Girl, who did your hair? Oh, Shard. What? At Fantastic Sam's." And then they'll come in and then they see me and they're like, "Girl, where you get your hair from?" And I'm like, "No, it's mine." Like I know, but where'd you buy it? I'm like, my scalp. But what you using in your hair, so that opens up a whole nother door to promote my product at my job. So then because I'm the type of person, I'm like, look, I got some right here.
Yeah.
I'll use it on your hair too, just so you can see what it does.
Exactly.
So it makes it a lot easier too whenever you work in the field where, like you offer a product, so it helps too.
I love that. You become the walking product, which creates a form of conversation as you're out. That's dope. That's dope. I love it. I love it. Okay. Why is networking so important when it comes to entrepreneurship? Why is that? Why is that? In some sense, it seems to be the bloodline of an entrepreneur. But why is that? Why is it so important to you personally? Both of you.
Me, because if you don't put yourself out there, nobody's gonna know what you like. Nobody's gonna know about your product. You have to put yourself out there. And then, like me, I'm very outspoken, but I went through like a horrible depression, so I became like introverted. So it's like at first it was hard for me to feel like, oh no, what if people don't like it, or what if people, it like there was a girl, she was doing hair, but she wasn't a cosmetologist. She was doing like hair at her house, and she stole my idea. And I was like, well, she got all the clients, so nobody gonna buy my stuff. So I like put it away for like 3 or 4 years. And then just one day, just God like, no, you have to You have to put yourself out there. Like, you have to promote yourself. And so I did. And it's just been up. Like, during the pandemic, I was selling out like every 2 days. Amazon Prime was taking like a week and a half to give me some bottles. I was like, come on, y'all. Like, people flagging me down in my car because I'm from a small town in Louisiana. And the police stopped me one day, and he was like, "Yeah, something." I said, "Sir, I'm not selling nothing but all. But the way your hairline going back, I mean, like, I got some in the back. If you want to put $12, like, you not selling it
You
for."
low down, low down.
I love
But
it.
my baby right here, when she was maybe 7 months old, all her little hair started falling out, and I was like, maybe it's not supposed to be red. Like, maybe it'll be darker, and it grew back even redder. And I started using my product. Like, I started mixing and making it so I can help with what's, cause like, I don't have no hair to do. How the hairstylist, baby, don't have no hair. Like, what I'm supposed to do? So that's my Riley.
Hey, nice to meet you, Riley. How you doing?
Oh,
And this is my mom. And
all right, Riley. All right, Riley.
Don't ruin the moment.
Y'all are twins. Twins.
You see what color my hair? She makes me keep my hair her color, and so now it's growing out. And she's like, "Yeah, mom, got a little bit too much black up there." And I'm like, "Yeah, because
I love
my
it. I
natural
love
hair
it.
color is black."
I love it.
So my mom's a ginger, freckles and everything.
I was about to be a model, but I said no. I should have said yeah.
You definitely should have said yeah. Absolutely. Look at that. Look at the hair. Come on now. That's
And that's
dope.
exactly what attracted
Yeah.
Riley to the lady that
The
I
hair.
do
The
her
hair.
hair.
Yeah. Exactly. I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. G, if you wanted to go.
What was the question again? It was something about
So
Network.
why is networking so important to you in your business or your entrepreneurship journey personally?
networking got me where I'm at right now. So it helps a lot. It leads to like opportunities that you would have never imagined. You know what I mean? Like, so I was working out at 24-hour fitness like before I got to the gym that I'm at now. So 24-hour fitness is a commercial gym. I was working out there. I wasn't working there, just working out there while I was in school. And, I was graduating in May and I'm, starting to look into personal training jobs because I'm about to get my degree and all that. And I had gotten certified like a few months before that too. So I'm looking and I was applying to like different commercial gyms and everything. And like when you're at the gym, you're working out, like you kind of talk to people sometimes or people come up to you, whatever. So there were a few people that I became friends with at the gym and I would like talk to. And this guy, like I would tell him like, oh, I'm trying to be a trainer, this and that, because he would ask me. And so he actually knew or he knows the owner of the gym that I'm at now. So I train at a private gym right now. So it's a different type of thing versus like the commercial gym. So he knows the owner and he tells the owner about me without I didn't even ask him to. Like I didn't ask him to to say anything. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect him to tell the owner anything. So so he tells the owner and then the owner was like, yeah, like, like send her my number, like that way we can, we can get in touch. And we got in touch like that day because, I was like, I need to call him like right away. And so, and then he gave me the address, fast forward. I'm here now working, training at the private gym. And I'm very grateful because honestly, a lot of personal trainers don't make a lot at commercial gyms because the commercial gyms take a huge percentage from the personal trainers. But at a private gym, it's a little different. I do pay rent and stuff like that because I am basically renting out the space for my business, but I'm still taking home a greater amount versus if I were at a commercial gym. And I don't want to, for people who are watching, like who may be in the same position, like if you're at a commercial gym, like that's fine. Like I don't think there's like anything bad with it, but I am saying that honestly, most of the time though, like a lot of the trainers that are in commercial gyms, they end up going to a private gym. So I'm very grateful and I always like thank God And I thank him too. Like I kept telling him, thank you, thank you, thank you. You didn't have to do that. He
Yeah.
was like, no, I saw the passion in you. Like I knew you were, I knew like you're good. But I thank God because I'm like, wow, like I was able to just kind of like get 2 steps ahead,
Facts.
and I'm very grateful, honestly. So I don't take it for granted.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dope. That's dope. That's dope. I mean, what you both are pretty much explaining is exactly, again, I would second it as well. With even you two being on here, being on the call right now. That's networking. This is a form of net. You and Sharquita, y'all, Giselle, you and Sharquita, y'all are both now meeting each other, networking. No telling where this may go. Like she may buy some hair products, she may do some training. You just never know. And so it becomes a whole level of, it's like a chain link. It's just like a chain link that just constantly keeps linking other chains to other chains. And it's just like, wow, the more you find yourself in this spider web of networks, the more you find yourself in doors that you probably never even imagined, And I would even add to this too. I was actually talking to a friend right before this call about this, because he works with a really big NBA player. And essentially, he was telling me or talking to me about how his relationship with that NBA player has gotten him to be, he manages the NBA player's social media. And he's like, yeah, man, other guys meet me and they, in a sense, I can tell they try to take my spot. They're looking to like kind of, they want to manage this guy's social media. So they're like trying to outperform him. And he realizes that the reason he's there, or the reason he keeps, the NBA player wants him to stay as his right hand man, is because he built a relationship with that NBA player. So that networking creates relationships, which ultimately can lead to really big, opportunities, but it comes from that relationship. That building a relationship. Have y'all seen that too? Have y'all built relationships with your clients or your customers, and not just network, but it becomes an actual like family almost? Have y'all felt that? I know, G, we were just talking about that.
I have I worked at a salon in Ulta Beauty. There's a salon in there. And the lady is actually an agent, like a talent scout. And she finds like models and actors, little kid actors and actresses. And there's this show on Disney Channel. I don't know if it still comes on. It's called Sydney to the Max. It has the flashbacks with the little kid with the high top. He's like 30 minutes away from where I live, and she's responsible for him being who he is. And she wanted to take Riley and do some things for Riley, but Riley was like, "No, I don't want to do that." And I'm the type of mother, if you say no, you don't want to do it, you don't have to.
Wow. That's dope. That is super, super dope. And the fact that you're a mom that listens to your parents like that. I mean, listen to your child like that. Hey, I don't want to do that. Then you don't force them. Because I heard you say earlier you're trying to leave a legacy for your children, but it also seems like you're okay with them not being entrepreneurs if they don't want to either.
Riley, her dad is a physical therapist and a personal trainer. We trained the Pelicans cheerleaders when we were dating. And now he's like a millionaire. He married an audiologist, and they have all kind of businesses, and they have a hair, like not hair, earbuds and stuff like that, called Drums Earwear, DRUMZ. And you see like them with Ari Lennox and all kind of performance because he plays the bass guitar. And when we dated, he played for a church that was in New Orleans. So from there, he's able to like go in that arena in music. And his wife would, she's an audiologist, so she makes the ear monitors and stuff like that and hearing aids for people. So just seeing like, and my oldest one, her daddy's a tattoo artist. He was on Ink Masters a few years ago. So it's just like their fathers are, have businesses and have something, to. Or what do you want me to do? Like, I'm 32 years old. I just had a kid. You want me to go to school? Because that's what I always wanted to do. But I went to college, and I spent so many years not knowing what I was doing in my life. Because my parents, that was their vision for me to
That
send
was
me to
their
go to
vision for
college.
you.
I went to so many schools, so many colleges, even went online at one point.
Wow.
But always had a passion for hair and makeup and all that, So I went for it at 32.
Went for it at 32. Went for it at 30, and you 38 now.
Mm-hmm.
So you went through all these colleges, tried all these different things, avenues, because other people were telling you to, your parents were telling you to.
Mm-hmm.
And at 32, you said, "No, I'm living for me. I'm doing this for me." And look at you
And
now.
my parents were kind of upset about it. I was like,
Yeah,
why should
parents upset about it. G, yeah. Yo, this resonates with me so much. And she 32 still. I mean, well, you 38 now, but it was 32. That's still young in which you started. And 38 is still freaking young.
Mm-hmm. I think my body is
Come on. G, you want to chime in? You want to jump in on this? And the question was,
Yeah.
wait, what was the question again? I kind of forgot the question.
You said something like building that relationship with for networking.
Exactly. Have you also experienced that? Which I'm sure you already have. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Or like for example, like with that guy, like we got along like pretty well, but I'm pretty sure like let's say if there was a moment where I was like mean to him, he probably would have been like, "Oh, never mind." Like, like you just never know. Or also with my clients who actually do give me a referral and they like get me a client, an extra client, like those clients, I noticed that the clients that do that, well, first I want to say like I get along with all my clients. So it's not that I don't,
Yeah.
but in life, there are just people that you click with like faster than like others.
Yep.
So I've noticed that the clients that I click with faster, like those are the clients that give me the referrals because they're like, like they start telling everyone. And then also like if they're making great progress too, people start asking them,
then they're gonna
oh,
show it off.
yeah. Like they're showing it off. So like kind of like what Sharquita said, like how, her clients are walking like visual demonstration of her hair, like same thing. Like if they're making great progress too, people are asking them like, oh, what are you doing? Like, wait, who's your trainer
Who's your
again?
trainer?
And all
Yeah.
these things. So yeah, absolutely. Relationship, like it is important. It's important to have that rapport because at the end of the day, like, don't get me wrong, although it is business, like I remind myself, like, we're people at the end of the day. Like, these people have lives, these people have all these things. I have a life outside of personal training, and I have all these things too. So I think, like, although like I am professional, at the same time, I like, in certain moments, I will like remind myself that, like, hey, at the end of the day, we're just people. I'm just trying to help you out as a client.
Yeah.
We got to work together to help you reach your fitness goals,
Mm-hmm.
et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Freaking love it, man. I like y'all got me about to flip this chair over because I'm getting so excited listening. I'm serious. Like, listen to what y'all are saying. And we can even take it a step further, right? Like, gee, you're a freaking personal trainer. You know what that means? Like, people are leaning on you to lower their glucose levels or to lower their blood pressure, right? Like they're to become more fit. That's what I'm trying to say. Like their life in the sense is depending on. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on you saying like, oh, you're in control of their life. But I'm saying like at the same time, they're coming to you saying, I want to get healthier. AKA I want to live longer. AKA I want to live. You have a freaking important role. Like you as a personal trainer, that's important. So I hope you understand that. Like people are coming to you to live, like, and not die. Because if they
That's
don't,
true.
yeah, it's like if you don't help them or if you're making it worse for them, they're gonna die faster. Like going back to like I said.
Oh, hold up. No, because one thing I will say, hold up. I agree with what you're saying, and I remember talking to you, you'll probably remember right now
Yeah,
because I
yeah, yeah.
talked to you about it the last entrepreneur meeting we had was like months ago. Because I like to also remind people a personal trainer is not the magic answer. Because a
Facts.
lot of people think that they
Mm-hmm.
think they're gonna get a personal trainer and like they have a new body and like their life has changed.
Right.
Like, no,
That's true.
no, like it's different. So don't tell, I'm just saying because
No, I
then
get
people
you.
really, you say that and then people
Yeah.
are like, oh, like,
Oh, yeah, true.
yeah, it's like, hold up. Like,
Yeah. You ain't the Messiah, right? Yeah, I got
yeah,
you.
like,
Yeah.
like they have to put in the work too.
You have to put in the work too.
They have to put in the work too. But of course, I get what you're saying. Like, yes, people do look at like, as a trainer, like, hey, like I'm paying you, I'm relying on you to help me to like build healthy habits, of course, like
Exactly.
all for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just lifting what you do to a higher standard. Like what you do is very important. And then Sharquita, going to you. You know how many women flip if their hair is not right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or some women are like embarrassed that their hair is falling out. I know some women who are very self-conscious about their hair. I know you know about this. You know, oh, I think you're muted. I think you're muted. Oh, yeah, Sharquita, you're muted. Yeah, you're on mute.
Oh, it's on
There you
mute.
go. No, you're all good.
It's like something like my sound went low. I don't know why, but I tried turning it up so I could barely hear you guys. But um
Good.
in my family, my mom was the only one of the daughters who relaxed their hair, relaxed our hair. My two aunts and my grandmother, they didn't get relaxers.